Assalamualaikum, myself Simran, and I'm here to present L-lysine in chemistry. First, we will introduce the contents. Contents: introduction, preparation, chemical properties, physical properties, application, summary, and reference. And firstly, introduce introduction. L-lysine was firstly isolated by a German biological chemist in 1889 from the protein case in milk. He named it lysine. L-lysine is an alpha amino acid that is used in the biosynthesis of proteins. It contains an alpha amino group, an alpha carboxylic acid group, and a side chain CH24NH2. Classifying it is a basic charge aliphatic amino acid. It is encoded by codons AAA and AAG. Codons actually the amino acids that is present on our genetic material. In short, we will say that codons are present in our DNA or our genetic materials. It is an essential amino acid. Essential amino acid means that we cannot produce it by our body. We will take it from our diet. Non There are two types of amino acids: essential amino acid and non-essential amino acid. Essential amino acids are those which cannot be produced by our body, and non-essential amino acids are those which can be produced by our body. And L-lysine is one of the type of essential amino acid that cannot be produced by our body. We will take it from our diet. L-lysine is basically a charged aliphatic amino acid. It acts as a charged molecule at physiological pH. That pH is a pH that normally reveals the human body. In L-lysine, L tells that the amino acid is not attached to the other amino acids. Means one amino acid is not attached to the other amino acids. L means free form. Here's the structure of L-lysine. Now comes towards preparation of L-lysine. There are two major biotechnological processes are used to prepare L-lysine. Is the enzymatical conversions of all alpha amino caprolactam and the direct fermentation. Fermentation is the process in which L-lysine is prepared. L-lysine is the form of lysine which is produced during fermentation process, which can be utilized by the body. They are sold as a natural remedy for a number of health problems. L-lysines can cure our several health problems like cardiovascular diseases, bone diseases, in our skin, hair diseases, etc. Lysine is made by fermentation, employing selected strains or mutants of microorganisms growing in a solution of glucose. Direct production of L-lysine through carbohydrates was developed first with homoserine and threonine plus methionine. Here is the structure of methionine and the structure of threonine. Fermentation process of L-lysine. Fermentation process using the strains of heterotrophic bacteria such as Carinium bacterium and give the large amount of sugar. This process consumes photosynthetic productions. L-lysine prepared by dual fermentation. There is many type of fermentations. L-lysine is prepared by one of the type of fermentation known as dual fermentation. This is one of the type of fermentation that employing the first half E. coli autotrophic mutant. E. coli is actually an bacteria which releases or lakes naturally lysine. Now comes toward The export or release of L-lysine from the cells into the surrounding medium occurs through lysine export carrier proteins. It is a transmembrane protein that participates in lysine transport. Fermentation process is carried out by batch fermentation, feed fermentation, and continuous fermentation. But for lysine fermentation is prepared by dual fermentation. Properties of L-lysine: physical properties and chemical properties. Now I will tell you firstly about physical properties. Lysine is in an amino acid, solid, white crystals, or crystalline powder. Chemical formula of L-lysine is C6H14N2O2. Molar mass of L-lysine is 146.19 gram per mole. Molar weight is 4700 to 13,000 daltons. Melting point and boiling point of L-lysine is 22. Melting point is 22 to 24.5 degrees Celsius, and boiling point of L-lysine is 311.5 degrees Celsius at 760 mmHg. In physical properties, as we know, we present L-lysine in chemistry, so we will know about melting point, boiling point, all these physical properties. So solubility of L-lysine is highly soluble in water and insoluble in alcohol and other solvents. Now I will tell about abundance of L-lysine. L-lysine is more widely found in high protein foods like red meat, fish, eggs, cheese, etc. We carry L-lysine from our diet, uh, including fishes, eat meats, etc. Now comes towards chemical properties of L-lysine. L-lysine is basically alanine with a profile amines substitute on the beta carbon. The amino group is highly reactive uh, and often participates in a reaction at the active centers of the enzyme. Uh, L-lysine amino group is highly reactive and it participates in enzyme activities. All exam activities like that breakdown our uh, RNAs and etc. L-lysine is a base like arginine and histidine. It is one of the bases names, arginine and histidine, present on our DNAs. L-lysine is a base like these. The beta amino group has a significantly higher pK that does the alpha amino acid group. Now here's the structure of alanine and histidine, and this is the structure of L-lysine. Now release of L-lysine. How L-lysine is released? The export or release of L-lysine from cell to the surrounding medium or outside of the cells occur through the proteins carriers. These protein carriers are lysine export carrier proteins. Now comes towards application of L-lysine. It is used in pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, dietary, and feed supplements. L-lysine is used as a key factor to clean arteries and also in cancer preventations. It also important for adequate calcium absorptions and helps for maintaining bone health. It appears to help the body absorb calcium and play an important role in the formation of collagen substance important for bones and connective tissues, including skin, tendons, and cartilage. Now L-lysines used in pharmaceutical industry, like it play important roles in drug in pharmaceutical industries, in our drugs, in cosmetics, like when we age it, wrinkles shown in our face, skins, uh, with the help of lysine, these wrinkles are controlled and we will look young in age. And these help in calcium absorptions. Calcium is most important for our bones, and these help to make calciums absorb more and make our bone healthy. Most people get lysine in their diet, like they will eat meat, fish, egg, cheese, beans to get lysine. Lysines to lysine in poultry feed to improve growth and eggs production, and in fish improve the growth. They are used for poultry farms and fishes to improve growth of her eggs, etc. Lysine also used as flavor enhancer in food production. Food production, like they can be used cancer preventions of L-lysine. How lysine play an important role in cancer preventions? Now the question arises that the lysine conjugates helps in the treatment of cancer by causing cancer cells to destroy themselves when the drug is combined with the use phototherapy and leaving the cancer cells unharmed. When we use drugs, they these drugs combined with phototherapy and harm and destroy the cancer cells and unharm the without harming the non-cancer cells. And how now this is the way how they participate in prevention of cancer diseases. And now comes towards summary of L-lysine. As we know that L-lysine is an essential amino acids. The human body cannot make lysine, so it must be eaten in the diet. Sources include meat, fish, dairy, and eggs. L-lysine is a building block for making proteins in the body. In short, L-lysine is a building block for making proteins in the body. Means that building blocks means that the proteins is a building block of our life. So lysine is that in that way is a building of our life to make proteins. Amino acid is the form of protein, so that's why L-lysine is the building block for making protein, because L-lysine is an amino acid. This is the reference of our presentations. Now thank you.